thing you said. So sometimes it's an easier fight, sometimes it's a harder fight. And obviously you don't want to put your fighter in the, a bad situation, but I also think you're probably looking for ways that they can develop and take, push through, face adversity. So at what level are you comparing an opponent and saying, okay, I think their strengths match up well against their weaknesses, but I also think, maybe it's the opposite, but I still think you can come out on top.
Yeah, I mean, you do that at every fight.
Right.
I mean, I take my fighters, and some of them I'm more serious than others. Some of them I might throw in, not 100% paying attention, even though I should, of, who the opponents are. Or sometimes you fight in tournaments, you got no say. But when you have a say, it's the only sport that you negotiate your opponent. You don't do it in baseball. You don't do it in football. You got a schedule. So when you go to fight somebody, I'm looking out for my fighter.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to have advantages, but I'm not there just to knock somebody out either. I mean, I want a good fight, but I want to make sure that I have, 2 or 3 advantages, maybe height, maybe weight, maybe experience. I got to have a few things that then I got to see how the guy fights and if it's going to be good to develop my fighter,
Right.
and, but it starts, right from the first fight, the first time they fight, we got to make sure that, we get the right opponents. And sometimes you have a choice and sometimes you don't. Sometimes you just want to fight. Sometimes there are no fights out there. So sometimes you're taking fights that you might not like, or, you're putting your guys in things that might not be beneficial. But most of the time you're trying to find advantages, before you take a fight. In the tournaments, that's what makes the tournaments so good, is because you have no say. You show up, you fight whoever shows up, you win the tournament, you're the champion.